Hi YouTube and welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me today. You caught me in the middle of a hair day, so I French braided it. Now I have to interlock it, but I don't feel like it right now, so I'm not. But thank you for joining me. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I just came to show you some of the things that I've been working on and to do a market recap. Me and my husband, we went down to the Bay Area where the Super Bowl is, but we didn't go all the way to San Francisco. We only went to Oakland, which is about 2 hours away. And we went to San Francisco. We went to Oakland, and we just pitched a tent and vended some of the things that I have left over. So I'll give you a market recap when I finish showing you all the things I come to show you. So I got another hat done on the Addy. I'm so behind on my hats. I wanted to do a hat a day. So right now I should have like 40 something hats, but I don't think I do. So I made another one of these, and then I also made this on the Addy. Those are what I made on the Addy, and then I hand crocheted some hats too, and I'll show you what those look like. Let's see, is there anything else in there? So I hand crocheted this hat, and that came from Red Heart Super Saver. I got this when I was in Virginia at Ollie's for $4.99, and this is Aran warm wheat. So I got enough to make something else. And then I have this reminds me of watermelon, but I have enough of this to make more stuff too. Let me see what the color is. Oh, is there something? Maybe I'm working on something in here because it's like, oh no, I think I was working on something, but I pulled it out. But so far, out of that one, I've made this hat. I made this one. It's just a beanie, and this color is called soft white watermelon, and that's what it looks like. And I got this at Ollie's for $4.99 as well. And I'm trying to see if I still have the um, ball band for the other one that I made. I don't think I have the ball band for it, but I have this one that I still need to start crocheting something out of. And I was gonna do some Divine Swirl hats, but I'll show you why I'm not doing those in a minute. So out of the other one that I had, and I don't remember the name of it, but it would look like an army color. This is how much I have left of it. But I made this hat right here, and I did a couple of third loop only right here and right here. But other than that, it's just a regular beanie. And then this is a regular beanie with no extra anything. And I got all of these out that one ball. And then I also got this one, which is a Divine Swirl hat, but it is so thick. I don't like it. It is so thick. I think I really like it with the brown in the front. Yeah, I like it with the brown in the front. But it's so thick. I've made Divine Swirl hats before with other yarn, but it didn't come out as thick as this, so I don't really like how thick that's coming out, so I think I'll just stick to beanies with it. I'm going to try to put it on the Addy and see if it will Addy up because it's so thick. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't, so we'll see. And then another thing that I'm doing is I'm taking all of licensed, trademark, and copyrighted fabric out of my inventory. Everything that I have in my inventory, I want to be able to put on a website. If I can't put it on a website because it's copyrighted, trademark, or licensed, then it's coming out of my inventory. I'm not keeping the fabric, anything. So I'm going to trade off the fabric, or I'm going to do some other ideas that I have if I don't get any trades for the fabric. But so I pulled this out of my inventory, and I'm going to give it to my niece. She's a big Dallas Cowboy fan, so I'm going to give her this one. And this is a Mickey Mouse Dallas Cowboy um, tote bag. And then I'm going to also give her this Dallas Cowboy zipper pouch that I made. Because her and my brother and my mother and one of my other sisters, they go to, they try to go to Dallas once a year. We live in California. My sister lives in Kentucky. And, but they try to go to one Dallas game a year, whether it's here in California, when they come here somewhere, wherever they go, or they'll go to Dallas and go to a game. So I also made this shoe bag because I bought some Dallas fabric when I went out of when Joann's was going out of business. So I have quite a few. I have a whole tote bag full of licensed, copyrighted, and trademark fabric that I'm not gonna keep. So I'm hoping that I get some trades for it. But if I don't, then the Lord will give me a different way to use it. Maybe I'll give it away as gifts and make something and give them away as gifts if people spend so much money in my booth in the future. But so I have that for my niece. And then what else do I have over here? Let me put this stuff back in this purse. I like to keep this is a tote bag that I made years and years ago. And I like to and then I have my little charm that I made on there. My little charm with my name on it. Let's see. Oh, that's upside down. Oh no, that's upside down. Let's see. I think that's right side up. Whatever. But anyway, that's my little charm that I made that I showed it on my channel already. Yeah, so that's my little charm. I keep it on my little bag. So I'm going to put my yarns back in here. So, because I like to just pull from the top of them when I'm crocheting. And then all of the ones that are made will go into my completed pile. So I don't need to put them back in here. I just left them in here until I can show you guys what I've made. And then what I've been doing with and then I made this as well. I made some of these for Super Bowl. I gave to my cousin. I made 2 of these, and this one I kept for myself. I love the Sanders. I think Dion is doing a wonderful job raising his 3 sons, to be respectful and all of those kind of things. So I made this cup for myself. This is a sublimation cup, but it's also a Bluetooth speaker. So that one's mine. And I made 2, and I gave my niece one. And then I made one that had a Super Bowl 60 on it. And then I made 2 that had each quarterback of the for the Seattle and for the Patriots. So they gave those away at the Super Bowl party. And then the other thing that I have, and I didn't tell you what kind of yarn. This yarn you saw because I had one of these before. Now this yarn you probably saw too, but this was Yarn Be Glowing. And I got this a couple of years ago at Hobby Lobby clearance. So I have that. And then this is what I've been doing with my sewing project. I haven't sewed anything lately. Well, I have, because I've sewed up, I think all the strips together and cut them apart too, and they're all in baggies. So my next thing that I did was, because I'm going to do embroidery, I put all of the thread colors in there that I'm going to use to do whatever embroidery I'm doing, whether it's a heart butterfly or the rose. So I picked up all the colors and put those in there. I have so much embroidery thread. I think I have thread in almost every one. That one's not one. Let's see, is this one? Yeah, this is one, but I didn't put any thread in this one because I think it was on the table. But I have the colors that I plan to use for this one. Let's see. I have the colors in here that I plan to use for this one. I have all the colors in here that I plan to use for this one. So all of the strips are sewn together. I sewed all the strips together already. So here are all the colors for this one. And then the strips are in here along with their background fabrics. So, yep. And along with their binding too. So I have that one. Put it there. Let's see. I think I showed you this one already. I think I showed you this one already, but I love those colors. And then these are all the colors of thread that I plan to use in these blocks. And then this is all the thread that I'm going to use in this one. Now some of these threads are duplicates because I have so much thread that people gave me over the years. Had a friend who got sick and passed away, and before she passed away, she gave me half of her sewing room. And she gave me so much thread, I had to give some of it away. But I'm still using it, and that my friend passed away 10 years ago. So here goes some thread for this one. And we did the same thing. So she quilted too, and I quilted, and we both did embroidery. So she gave me all her stuff, and I'm still using it. And here are the threads that I'm going to use for this quilt. And here are the threads that I plan to use for this quilt. Let's see. I think I don't have anything in this one. Oh, that's for something else. And here's the threads that I plan to use for this one. That's something else. Okay, let me see. I think these are my other things that I ended up getting the other day. So, and then this one, I'm going to use these colors. Let's see if I can get them up here so they'll not be in a little white spot. These are the colors that I plan to use for this one. So yes, I plan to use that one for that one. And then I think these are, let's see. And then here are the colors that I plan to use for this one. And I still have thread that is not in here. Because these are just my little threads. And then I have big cones of thread. But these are all the colors that I plan to use on this quilt. So it's quite a few colors. So that's what I'm working on in here. And now I have like, I have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And now that I'm not going to be selling or listing NFL or licensed stuff anymore, I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out. But that's what I have for my embroidery. Now I'm going to recap on Saturday. Ooh, what is that all about? I don't understand why people get a new number all the time. Constantly get new phone numbers. But anyway. All right. So this is my recap of the market that me and my husband did on Saturday. We went down to Lake Merritt and we vended there. We just went there on the whim and pitched our tent. So the first thing we sold was I sold the small mouse and the medium mouse. And that was an $8 item and a $10 item. I sold one large bag and one small Golden Girl bag. I think she bought the brown one with the ladies with the fingernails on it, the painted fingernails. And then she bought the small Golden Girl bag. She bought a phone stand and a wine caddy. And then the next lady bought a pair of earrings for $7. And then the next lady bought a pair of earrings for $7 and a zipper bag for $5. And then the next lady bought 3 pairs of earrings, 3 for $15. The next person bought a small B. And then the next person bought the large tote bag with the ballerina shoes on it, the pink one with the ballerina shoes that I got from Walmart when I did the $1 a yard fabric haul. So if you want to see that video, go back and watch that video. It was from last year. But I got all this fabric from Walmart for $1 a yard, and I bought like 78 yards of fabric. So go and check it out. And then she also bought a, I guess I had a ballerina pouch like it, and she bought that too for $5. And then another set lady came and bought some earrings, 3 pair for $15. And then another lady bought a large tote, a small tote, and 2 zipper pouches. And it should have been, well, that one was $35. And then another lady bought a tote, a hat, a coin purse, and 2 scrunchies. But I only charged her $32, and I should have charged her $37, but that was my fault. And then the last thing that we sold was a capybara, and these all came out my Zelle. And so somebody else bought something, I don't remember what it was, but somebody else bought something, and they paid me in Zelle, and they paid me $40 in Zelle, and then I had another 3 pair of earrings selling Zelle for $15. So altogether we made about $300 with the cash that we had as well. But we were pretty pleased with just going there on the whim and just, you know, not having anything else to do on Saturday. It was really cold there because Lake Merritt is by the water, but it was really cold there. But I had on my long johns. I took my little blanket that I made, this little blanket that I crocheted, and it's on my channel here too if you want to go check it out. But I was really happy with the outcome. And then we got on the road and came back home, but we were both pretty tired because I think it was so cold. The sun came out a couple of times, but when the sun came out, I had to go take my chair and sit in the sun. I think that's the only thing that made the day worth anything, is having that sun come out a couple of times for a little while, and I was able to sit in the sun. So that is all that I have for you today. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Stay tuned for these quilts that's going to be made. I'm glad that none of them are copyrighted fabric or anything like that. But stay tuned for that, because next year, not next year, but this year, I'm planning to kind of go away from some things and kind of make other things on my channel, you know. So I'm kind of going to get away from the tote bag kind of thing and the some of those kind of things, and see what else God has for me this year. So thanks for watching. God bless. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye.